Hello, hello. We have a new chapter of Boku no Hero Academia. In the last one, Deku, while observing some sort of inner conflict between All for One and Shigaraki Tomura, has now contacted the twice predecessor, the predecessor of All Might and All Might's teacher, and Shigaraki's mother. She wears a lot of hats. What's her name? It has a pun for seven in it, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, they're in this zone now. I think not even my death could keep us from meeting again, All for One. So she's just straight up dead. And they exist in some space that isn't quite reality, I guess. But some collective manifestation of the psyche of all the holders of One for All and All for One. Deku is in some sort of fog thing. Doesn't seem to be doing so hot, but maybe she can help him out. I'm not really sure what they're going to accomplish while they're in here. And again, I still have absolutely no idea how this arc is going to end, or how the series could possibly progress after all of these omega climaxes on climaxes. Let's see. This one is called Mistake. Oh yeah, Nana Shimura. Nana, 7, sure. We're inside One for All, but what's happening with Kachan and everything else? Now, looky there. Something about All for One saying looky there is a little unnerving. Especially when he's missing, like a good chunk of his face. Wow, a dead person who happens to be your grandmother. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I often got confused trying to piece that together. I thought maybe I just was misremembering the Shigaraki flashback. And like not having a good understanding of the timeline of this whole thing, but grandmother, that makes a lot more sense. Sure. The pathetic, incompetent Nana Shimura stands before us. We're in the middle of a transplant. There are stories of people whose personalities and tastes change after an organ transplant. Is that true? I don't. Do a little research. Hold on, 1 second. Tastes changing after organ transplant. Can getting a heart implant change your personality? Retrospective inquiry on 47 heart transplant patients. The 79% said their personality had not changed. 15% stated their personality had indeed changed, but not because of the donor organ, but due to the life-threatening event. Makes a lot of sense. 6%, 3 patients reported a distinct change of personality due to their new hearts. I don't know about that. I don't know. Mystery of transplant patients craving the things the donors preferred. This is on unbelievablefacts.com. I don't know. Uh-huh. Yeah, 6%. That was 3 people. 2 to 3 changes per patient. Okay, whatever. I've had enough research. I think it doesn't make any sense to me. It does sound rather occult. And I think the plenty of supporting evidence comes from places like unbelievablefacts.com and not, medical journals. As for me, I'm prone to the oddest dreams from time to time. In my dreams, those whose quirks I've stolen show up to hurl abuse my way. These episodes often leave me discouraged. Am I really capable of feeling guilt for my sins like some utterly ordinary person? This is rather alarming. That All for One has these moments of insecurity, moments that he's discouraged by people hurling insults at him. Here's the strangest part. Once I get rid of a quirk, its former owner stops haunting my sleep. So I don't know, especially since I'm certainly the type to hold a grudge myself. But my work with our good doctor revealed the root cause. Okay, so it's like people's quirks actually kind of contain some of themselves. This would explain a lot. This would explain kind of the personalities of Nomus, the fact that Nomus are just kind of a bundle of quirks, and yet they display some sort of individuality. The high-level ones are expressing intelligent thought and saying things, having conversations. Where is that coming from if they're just a whole bunch of quirks slapped into like a meat slab? Well, it comes from the fact that quirks themselves carry some sense of personality and agency and identity. It explains what's going on with Kurogiri, that even though it's just the teleportation black mist quirk put into someone else's body, Eraserhead's his friend's personality was able to break free of Kurogiri just for an instant because it exists there in the quirk. I see. What does this mean for our wonderful Tintin-esque hero Lemillionaire? When his quirk was nullified, and I guess it doesn't remove itself from his body, but I wondered if some sense of his personality would have disappeared as well. Okay, anyways, this is all speculation. Just trying to make links within the series as we get these little nuggets of new lore. Just as organs and cells house memories of sorts, every quirk factor contains a consciousness, the individuality of its wielder, if you will. As someone with the power to meddle with quirks themselves, I found myself in the unique position of being able to interact with those consciousnesses. Okay, a barrage of memories. Trampling all over Shimura's memory. Gran Torino saying this. Him seeing photos of Shimura as a kid. Her hand becoming one of the many hands that grab him and bind him. My little brother, too, who had the power to grant his own quirk to another, could also meddle with quirks directly. When his original quirk mixed with the power-stalking one, the resulting power became a sleeper car to carry consciousness forward into future generations. Okay, so this makes sense. That we've seen, of course, conversations and messages being passed forward from the previous One for All inheritors. They've consulted and helped Deku in the past. So this is the mechanism that explains that. Makes sense. Good. Sure. Would you like to say hello? I'm Kotaro's son. No matter how we got here, Grandma, you can rest assured that I also hate you with all my heart. Nice. Okay, now we're fighting. He's still able to use his quirks in this world, which is kind of the space in which these quirk-only consciousnesses, these manifestations of quirk psyche, exist. So I guess it makes sense that you could still use your quirk. The physicality of the world is kind of interesting, though, that there is actual ground here that Tomura is eroding. Hatred is making its mark. The ruler is that only the will of One for All's wielder can affect it, but your rage is starting to eat away at that very rule. I forgot, you hate me too. All the better. How fitting for the symbol of terror. Still not enough, it seems. Ooh. I think that one line is a quick line, because I almost forgot, you hate me too. Man, All for One is a weirdo. Kind of reminds me of Bondrude in Made in Abyss. That kind of charming, gregarious, cheesy jokes and weird personality and always smiling and chuckling. Even in a situation where he realizes that his protege is trying to murder him. Oops, I forgot, you hate me. But to say all the better, how fitting for the symbol of terror. That he's so devoted to his deranged causes, of which we don't quite understand yet what All for One's motivation is. But that he's saying, yeah, it's for the best if you hate me too. You know? Just hate everything. Like, I want you to succeed as the symbol of terror more than I want to be the one in control of it. More than I want to be your master or anything like that. What matters to me is the effectiveness of this project, and what matters to that is for your hate to be overwhelming. Still not enough. Since my brother is obstinate as I am. Ooh, there he is! I don't think we've ever seen him so clearly before. Mr. One for All himself. Okay. So they're chatting. Nice family reunion. Such a shame I could never make you mine. I'll never go to you. Chosen to remain within this boy. right? Having this very abstract battle after many chapters of very intense, very physical fighting choreography. This is quite a change of pace. Just energy blasts, forces of darkness, mysterious worlds eroding away. One power that has never behaved how Master wanted. Power Tomura. Combine your strength with my own, and we can steal them away. But a couple departed people who fell to me. Seen it all through Tomura's eyes. Incredible power has been wasted. He's the one who can never protect friend nor teacher. They are forced to defend him in acts. Give himself over to blind rage. Oh man, laying into Deku. Conferring this power to someone so worthless was a mistake. There's our titular mistake. Deku looking indeed very pissed off, and he was totally losing it in the real world fight. He did seem to be in a state of blind rage. I mean, all for one, he's not wrong. Of course, Deku has incredible potential and has shown insane amounts of growth throughout the series, but compared to the pedigree of heroes that this power is normally transferred onto, you can see where he's coming from with this "what the hell are you doing" theory. No, it wasn't. Someone who exploits people like you can never understand, what drives this boy to shed blood. He rages for the sake of others. For them, he does his best till he can do no more. This young man is possessed by a drive to save others that eclipses all common understanding. Our power is his, and we shall follow him. I like this, that it eclipses all common understanding. It goes back to something that I remember people making comments about when I first started reading this series. Something that, I don't remember who it was specifically, but a comment basically talking about how Deku is like insane. How Deku's willingness to self-sacrifice by using One for All, his willingness to break bones and shatter fingers and bloody himself up just to continue fighting, just to make that final push, that in the world of this series is seen as insane. In the world of the series where heroism is like a professional thing and there's sort of this orderliness to how people usually go about it, where you come from a place of assuredness in your strength and insane amounts of training and your quirk, which you know is your lifesaver, and Deku cares not for any of these conventions and just flings himself forward again and 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 again. And that is what One for All here is recognizing. Like, this kid is insane. Like, we literally cannot understand how he can push himself this far. But we're gonna follow him. Okay, we're out. We're out of the quirk world. He was not able to steal it. Tomura still burnt to smithereens, but regenerating quickly. Quirk is not fully settled into your body, so you couldn't summon the power to steal his. Don't black out. Your body must achieve completion. Retreat, take stock, and live to fight on. Okay, so this seems like it's leading to the finale of at least this part of the battle. And it's kind of what I was thinking of. A victory where both sides are left severely impaired, where we kind of reset, we re-heal, we prepare for the next fight with this huge ambiguity of what will happen next time they square off. Who will have powered up most by then? Please don't start moving again. Okay, meanwhile, our League of Villains still chilling out on the back of Gigantomachia as he rampages ever forward. Tear down this fake hero society, of course. They've been scanning for him. Those UA scams he loves so much, they are heroes too. Where do they draw the line? If heroes are supposed to save people, then was Jin not considered a person? They kill me too. Okay. This is pretty interesting that this fight contains all of these kind of ideological conflicts at the same time. That we got these guys over here pondering the nature of heroism, pondering what Hawks did, what Jin did, where we draw these lines. And then on the other side we have like this grudge is 10 generations old. The fate of the world is at stake. Who even cares what a hero and a villain is? We just have these two overwhelming forces fighting for control of these ancient powers. Just the range of dynamics in these conflicts is pretty amazing. Also, Dabi's face in this panel is terrifying. That's what I want to ask Izuku and Ochako. Depending on the answer, I'll be fine. Interesting. So we're heading to a Toga Iruka showdown, perhaps? One that, of course, has all sorts of layers to it, all sorts of levels. Very psychologically intense, very ideologically representative. Could get sad, too. I don't know. I mean, Iruka, of course, isn't coming from as tragic a past as Toga, but she certainly knows what it means to have not, to be underprivileged in society. I think there could be a point of empathy almost between them. Both people driven to something extreme out of a desperation, out of a lack of other options. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, next chapter coming pretty soon. Like, tomorrow, it said? What the heck? Sometimes they release on Fridays, and I don't understand why. But maybe we'll read it tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.